we started this as a let's see if this can happen thing. And I think I said this to you before, instead of, getting a seat at the table, we're making our table.
Because was that us talking about how it can, like, those little few minutes can ruin your whole day? Was that me you talking about this morning? You were talking about, what's his name? Harris Speaks.
Oh, yes. And he said, is it Harris? Is it MJ Harris or MJ? It's MJ Harris, right? Let me
I'm good for
it. Right. I would not be happy if I
say his name wrong.
We're right. MJ Harris Speaks, which is Malcolm MJ Harris. So you follow him on Instagram and Facebook. He shoots a lot of gems, a lot of knowledge, but also funny as.
Yeah, that's what I say. It's very fun.
So yeah, he was talking about that. People just try to, and you can't allow that. And it's okay. And it's the hardest. It is hard with family. Mm-hmm. It's hard with friends, and it is hard in the corporate too, because it's the people you work with, or they could be your. What do you do?
But I think social media makes people feel like boundaries don't apply to them, because you have instant access to people at all times. And there's a few people that I follow that I love that they set boundaries for their space.
Yeah.
And it's always like, oh, that's so cool, because usually people are afraid to say this is okay or this is not okay based on what they want their audience to be. Mm-hmm. And so they make a clear indication that the access to me is based on what I allow and not what you came to bring. It's always healthy to see that, because it's like, oh, that's right. I love that. Mm-hmm. You're not allowed to DM certain people. They're like, no.
Yeah, you can't. I didn't. Or certain people, they have, and I didn't know this either. And I'm like, interesting. Is a max on leaving a comment. Mm-hmm. Not even on a comment. You not even talking about DM. You can't. Is a max on it.
Comments have been limited on this post.
Yeah.
I'm always like,
I didn't know that.
How do you do this?
Yeah, because people
I still don't know.
I need to learn that. I think I'm taking a social media thing with my job, so I'll let you know. I don't know.
It's healthy though. I think it's healthy. Not only do having those boundaries help them, but it also helps the rest of us to learn that we're allowed to say, this is my space, and although it's public, you're not just come here with this foolishness.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of times within the platform, in places that you should be protected from certain things, you're not. Like, I notice a lot of times whenever you see people's pages getting taken down for content, that I have reported a comment on a page before that blatantly, outrageously out of line, and then you get a message.
You reported a comment before?
Yeah, or a post and get a message from Instagram. Oh, this isn't a violation of our, really? And it's like, okay, so you're telling me this is not a violation.
Down then.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that the way in which the enforcement happens is very subjective. Mm-hmm. I can say, like, I can read something that's obviously, this is not cool, this is not okay, this is dangerous. And Instagram is like, actually, no, it's not. Yeah. Actually, that's okay with us. And you're
pick and choose. Well, I've never reported anyone. I've never done that.
Yeah, because
but I never have. If it's something that's really it's just offensive or whatever, either I'll stop following them, or But I've never reported anyone.
Yeah, like sometimes in the comments, and I've gotten away from reading the comments.
Yeah.
Because before I used to, you go down, especially like with all the stuff, and there are people who support, hopefully the former administration, because this will be after, but not that yes, I'm actually clearly not in support of the food.
And it's what it is. I mean, we all know.
People will say crazy, unkind, and hateful things. And I would be like, I'm going to report this comment.
Yeah, it's wrong.
So
it's wrong.
It's just interesting how it works out, though. Sorry.
No, I'm listening to you. I am listening to you fully. Because I'm looking something up real quick, though. We're doing pretty good.
We are?
Yeah, because we started this as, let's see if this can happen thing. And I think I said this to you before, instead of getting a seat at the table, we're making our table. We're setting of what we want to speak about, talk about, bring Patty, bring Jacqueline on. We're going to bring some more people on. And this is really fun. And thank you for this. No, because it's like, we see people have shows all the time and podcasts, and I was like, this is good. It's good for the soul. And even to talk about this and to talk about boundaries and talk about it's okay to love you and care about you and care about your well-being. It's okay.
And what we're learning about that is the better we are at doing that, the better the behavior around us will be.
Yeah.
Because if we're awful at setting boundaries, we're going to consistently be disappointed by the behaviors that we encounter.
Mm-hmm.
Because
and our outcome,
be
and
like,
the outcome.
Why this person did that? Because we didn't
and
tell
the
them
outcome.
It's not okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you end up, I'm not going to say hating yourself, but sometimes hating you internally, being upset with yourself and beating yourself up because you allowed.
One of my best friends, he said that he read, I don't even know what book it was from, but he was explaining that depression is anger turned inward. And I was like, wow. And then I read something else that was saying anger is a secondary emotion. And it usually comes from a place where you're feeling something else.
And it's true. Fear is, when you think about fear comes from the unknown, doubt. Could be anger too. It could be a little bit of everything. And also fear comes from others, we're talking about boundaries, others saying things to you and doing things to you. Foxy, Mama's taping. Mom, Foxy, down. Yes. Thank you. Stop. You're just going to town on. I'm like, stop it. But yeah, people saying you're not good enough. People saying you can't do that. People saying you're too old. Oh, I never saw a Black person do that. Oh no, that's they do that. A woman? No. All that comes to you. You get fear. Oh, I can't. Oh no, I can't do this. I'm too old. I'm too this. I'm too that. I'm too that. I'm too that. And it stops you.
Mm-hmm.
And you allow people.
Like we were talking about with us. Like since we met, we've been talking about doing something together.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Like immediately it was like, we obviously have to do something together. And it's been almost a decade and a half.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
And
we
are here now. So many things had to happen in order for us to make room for it.
Yeah. And like we say, how coming from COVID and what we take from being in this COVID, this is happening because of it. We wouldn't have been doing this right now. I mean, I'm not saying it would never happen, but like I said, we were pushing a decade and nothing happened yet.
Here's the realness. Like the time of day it is right now, you would still be in the office at work.
Yeah. Yeah. No time to do this. And no, this is a brunch thing. What are you talking about?
No, but I'm just saying No, but they know we're not doing it. That y'all know that these are pre-recorded.
I know, yes.
We live. Like we'll do a live one at some point.
Yes, we do. And we do tape, but we are taping, and that is true.
We are taping it.
We have more time to do things like this. Yes.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that you would be in the office.
Yeah,
I
no.
can't tell you. I can tell you for with 1,000% certainty that regardless, office or no office, I'd have been sitting here with a small person going, because right before we got on to do this episode, I was FaceTiming with my mom and AJ, and I said, yeah, I gotta go because I'm getting ready to tape with your auntie. Auntie Fab. And she was like, wait, what? Episodes with Auntie? Wait, what? What are we doing? Like, wait, how are you? Because like 5 seconds before, she had just told me that she needed to say goodbye to me because she's busy right now. And then she realized that I was going to go do something with you. And then she was like, wait, what do you mean you're going to go do something with her? Like, what am I, chop suey?
So our next tapings will be when AJ goes to school.
Right. Unless you plan on
she will be making appearances.
Oh, listen, true story. Another thing from when we were talking to Hattie, and she was explaining about the boundaries that she sets to make space for her to be able to do things, is that I'm going to have to learn how to say, okay, I need this time to myself to be able to do this with you.
Yeah, this is going to be a test. It's going to be a test to see how this turns out, because right now we have the privilege, like you said, my situation with work, and right now you are also working too, because you're on a set, they put you in a hotel and you're on a set. Yeah. So she's a wonderful actress. Yes, everybody, she's a wonderful actress. But you have this time to do this. But when you get into real time at home, you're going to have to navigate and set boundaries of.
This is the beginning.
Yeah. Yeah.
We are so silly. I appreciate having the opportunity to take a break with you today and talk about some boundaries. And that was something else you said about the people's curiosity. And I always, whenever I'm explaining the boundary story and people are like, well, boundaries is not that, you're overreacting. I always tell the story about when I was pregnant. Mm-hmm. And I had to go to the emergency room and they were trying to make sure everything was okay. Mm-hmm. And I had my hair braided. Mm-hmm. And I'm sitting in the bed in the emergency room while they're trying to work out to make sure everything is okay with my pregnancy. And the older woman was older white woman was a nurse, and she leaned over me in the bed and put her fingers in my hair and said, I just wanted to see what you got going on here.
She just did that?
She just leaned over me, and I had little micros because it was almost due date, so I got my hair braided right before, and I'm in the emergency room. They're doing tests to make sure everything is going well with and the nurse leaned over me, stuck her hands in my hair, and was like, I just want to see what's going on in there. And so whenever I was my blood pressure is on 1,000. And I'm explaining about what happened. And it always strikes me that people are like, yeah, but she was just curious. It was
why did that bother you? No.
And I'm like,
don't touch my head.
I'm don't tell me that it
check on that.
I'm going through what I'm going through and processing my feelings and emotions. And this is not the moment for you to. But
the shows though, people feel they can do whatever they want to do. Yeah. And regardless of what I'm going to say, but she was an older woman too. Yeah. She was an older woman too. So it's that I can do what I want to do to you, regardless. No, you can't. You can't. She could have easily said, "Oh my goodness, that's a nice hairstyle," or something like that. I mean, she didn't have to. I'm gonna get up in there.
But it's always so funny because whenever we have a discussion about it, people are always like, maybe whenever you explain about it, I don't understand why you're so worked up about it. And I was like, you
because it was wrong. Because it was wrong. That's why.
There's no justification for that. There's no place where that's appropriate. There's no space where that should be happening. No. And 9 times out of 10, I'm sure she would not have done it to just any patient.
No.
So I'm always like, yeah, I have clear and plain examples of how I need to set greater boundaries.
Yeah.
Even with in experiences like that. Because it's like, lady, I'm in the emergency room and you're
getting ready.
Make sure I'm good. And your behind came in here doing everything but your job, because now they really need to check my blood pressure now.
Yeah,
what are you doing?
Crazy girl, crazy. And we talked about boundaries when this whole thing has been about boundaries and how I could wear what I want to wear, but you should feel comfortable in your own skin.
Yeah.
You should be healthy.
Yes.
We're all different sizes, different weights, and that's okay. What's good she might be good at 110. I might be good at 170, and that's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
But I should feel healthy and happy in my skin. We know what do people talk about? The COVID-15 or whatever? Is it the COVID-15? Is that what people say? Is the COVID-15, right?
Or they joke the COVID-19.
Oh, now is the COVID-19?
Well, because normally it's the freshman 15, but they've been calling it the COVID-19 because of.
Gotcha. Yeah. So yeah.
I think that's one of the things that I've loved is that we've been able to do workout via Zoom.
Yeah.
And that's been like a treat. But that 5:30 in the morning, I might have to create a boundary about that.
Yeah. Well, it's changed. You saw the last text, and everybody, we have a group that we work out with. Sometimes we make it and sometimes we don't. But some people have different schedules. So it was set for 5:30 in the morning. And we just got a text. Did you see the text that we got today about times are going to be changing? That means it'll be 4:30 in the morning, even if it's going. So she's like, I can't do that. I got a text. Did you see it?
Oh, I was like.
Yeah, it was a text this morning about that. So, but yeah, regardless, everybody, we do Zoom workouts together.
And that started with Coach Natasha RN. One of our BFFs is a nurse and a fitness coach, and she's got 752 certifications. Exactly. And she was like actively posting workouts for us to do, and showing up to work out with us on Zoom.
That was the start. Yeah, that was the start. And then after that, like I said, with schedules and everything else, we started doing other little things and other beach body workouts and different stuff we started doing.
But that's the crazy part is because she's actually a nurse, the pandemic went all crazy. And so everything shifted for her schedule. And so then we were doing MixxedFit workouts. And so we had like a different style workout every day of the week. And we were actually spending more time together than we did before the pandemic.
Yeah.
And so like, I think it transitioned into a lot more healthy choices for us overall.
Yes.
Yeah, I think if COVID wouldn't happen, I don't think I would be in counseling right now.
Wow. Yeah.
Because you got every excuse under the sun, trying to find somebody that you like, and then also like trusting the experience, trusting that doing the work, because it's not easy work. And it doesn't always feel good. Learning how to set boundaries.
The journey is not easy.
No.
The journey is not easy. And you never get to a point, you get better, but you never get to the point like, I'm done. Perfect. I'm a perfect human being. You'll never get to that point, because life happens.
And the deeper you dig, the more stuff that it's like, you keep digging.
More good comes up. It's just how you handle it. And you go into therapy, and I'm so happy that you are going.
Me
too. Happy you are. You go to therapy is helping that and helping you be able to cope with how you're going to ride that wave.
And also with the boundaries, because like I was having issues with people who were like actively saying, I hear you and I understand that you're setting a boundary and I don't care.
Yeah, because people will say that.
And I was like, wait, that's not what's supposed to happen. And so how do you pivot in the midst of that experience? How do you say, okay, wait, I thought I set the boundary. I did what I was supposed to do. So
how does, in situations like that, how did your therapist help you with that?
So it just creates more boundaries because it's a reminder that the boundaries are for me. Like people can have whatever reaction. Like I'm not tied to your reaction to my boundaries. Mm-hmm. And your boundaries, your reaction to my boundaries doesn't move them. Mm-hmm. And I can make a choice about how to, like, I'm not going to adjust my boundaries based on somebody else's feelings about them.
Because I have the window open this whole time. The heat has come up though.
Oh, good.
It's starting. Yeah, it came up last night. I was toasty. Can't warm. Because winter is coming and the holidays are coming.
Did you say winter is coming?
Winter is coming. Winter.
Girl, we'll see what happens. Like I'm interested in seeing what things look like on the other side of all, like people.
This?
You know, a lot of.
Did you hear about theater? Did you hear about Broadway?
May 2021.
You know how high tickets are going to be?
But how?
That's what I thought about. You know how high they have to be. It's going to have to be. If when it does start. They got hit so bad.
Yeah, but like, where are the, so if shifts don't happen, like with the economy and things like that, and like movie theaters, there's no, like, we can't go and kiki in the movie. Like the number of times that when we all get together, we go sit in a movie and laugh and cut up and whatever, and that's just not a thing. Like they're shutting down completely, or, you know, we'll be stuffed in a car like some sardines.
Yeah. Yeah.
Trying to go to somebody.
And the fact when they have the outside dining, that gave you some part of, ooh. So I did for the first time go inside yesterday. I went out. Yes, I had another Bumble date.
Okay. I was waiting. I was like, are we telling, or is
a Bumble date? Nice guy. But I'm not. But I'm getting out there.
Are you going to go on another date?
No, I don't think so. I don't know. No.
You have a clear boundary.
Clear boundary. No. But again, he was a nice guy. So as a friend, maybe. But as a, no, I don't feel that. At all. Anyway, but we went inside somewhere, and at first I was like, it wasn't bad, but I feel there still was too many people in there.
Well, you know, people are trying to make up for lost time.
And we had to get the hostess didn't tell us that it was a 90-minute to sit at a table. Which makes sense because it's like, okay, you got to go because other people got to get in here. You can't just sit and wait. So we had to leave, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I wanted to leave. No. Again, he was a nice guy.
True.
This guy. He was a guy. He was a nice guy. He's actually a nice guy. It made me think about, okay, this pandemic still going on. Winter, we're not going to have that outside. I'm not going to eat outside. It's going to be cold. So either the inside thing, or if we still get more hot zones places, they're going to be shutting down again. What are we going to do? Like, what are we going to do? And you already said movie that can't kick in a movie. What are we going to do? Hattie and I were talking. We miss dancing, lounge. What do you do?
And it's I think that also, like, in the context of dating,
it's cutting. And I'm thinking about, I'm like, okay, so I'm still on the outside dating, but once it gets colder, I don't want no one coming to my house. I'm not there yet. I'm not going to that. So what do you do? Sit in a car and talk?
Well,
no.
What?
What do you do?
I'm just like, how does that keep you any safer? Sitting in the car.
No, it's not.
You're going to be sitting in the car with your mask on talking to you. Like,
what do you do?
I guess that's what drive-in movie theaters are.
I guess so. Yeah, I guess drive-ins and
but it also puts you in a weird position because now you're sitting in some stranger danger's car. You see how I always go back to the be careful because
and I am. I don't want nothing to happen. I want to have a healthy dating life. You know, I'm having fun with it. I'm really having fun with this now. Because before remember the first episode, I was like, Oh, how do you get to day 3? I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm starting to enjoy and be with the process, and I'm okay. But I am thinking now, okay, but so many things you can't do. So
hopefully, when it gets
outside
cold,
stuff.
less people will be outside.
What, in the winter?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
You could always come and hang out with us and turn the Bumble app on and see what's popping in the DMV.
Then what am I gonna? Wait, okay. If I have a date in the DMV?
Yeah.
But then I still got to come home.
Yeah, but you dating everybody virtually anyway, for the most part.
Okay. Yeah, I could do that. But
you expand your horizons. You'll be Zoom dating like a mug. You'll be like, okay, so I made. What did you make? What was that? Mushrooms, those portobello mushroom things you made.
The fried mushrooms?
Yeah.
Fried chicken? Oh,
yeah.
So good.
So you'll just be on Zoom dates, like.
That was so good. Oyster mushrooms. And guys, if you do, oyster mushrooms and you could fry them, and because they're meaty, it's like chicken. It's so good. I never thought I would like something like that. So we're going to have an episode about food too.
Yeah.
And different types of recipes.
We're also going to do a fun one whenever you come.
Yeah.
We'll do it in the kitchen and cut up a little bit.
So we will have some episodes from VA. I will be in VA and cutting it up with my girls. And that should be fun. That would be fun.
So,
yeah.
I'm like, so in the app, do you just tell them that you put your living space as somewhere else and talk to people?
If I stick with Bumble or another one? You could say.
Are you going to do a different one? Did you decide? Or is this a boundary? Am I overstepping and not minding my business? Probably. You've met me in life.
No, it's okay. Yeah, I might try a different one. But with Bumble, I think I could go in. Let me see. If I go in and see my area, I could change it.
Yeah, and just see what swipes.
Yeah, if I go into my profile.
If you run into any of my siblings on there, I apologize.
Yeah, so I say live in Jersey. Let me see if I go. I could update, could move, I could do stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I could do something.
Yeah, just check to see.
Yeah, I could say something in there.
And that just means you'll come to visit more often. I'm not opposed to such things. But
everyone, thank you.
Yeah, it's like we forgot we were having a show.
We're actually having,
yeah girl, and
Yes.
I love you, Fab Fox Foodie.
Yes, and I love you, Kaz, and I love you guys out there.
I love you out there. And
we'll see
you so much for rocking with us. Like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend to 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 tell a friend. Okay, guys. Bye-bye.